When you come to Kathmandu, you may see a lot of felting stores. Felting actually is an ancient tradition in Nepal. Of course, one that's evolved a little more of a modern flair sometimes now too. But let's go see what some of the things are and a little bit about how they make felting. They make all sorts of things. The sky's the limit. They're so creative, from things made from the classic felt ball to purses of all kinds, slippers, cat homes, cute souvenirs, toys, millions of funny hats. Okay, well, let's go on in and see how the felting process is made these days in Kathmandu, Nepal. So here we are at Nutse Crafts, and I'm with Kipa Shvesta. Namaste. Thank you so much. A beautiful place where felting processes are made for both domestic and exporting. So you may be buying felting someplace all the way in the United States that was made right here, giving a lot of people, local people here jobs in a traditional and ancient technique of felting. Okay, so we start off with the raw wool fiber that's been combed and carded into these long rolls, and then it's dyed into a variety of colors, natural colors, and also exciting, vibrant colors, so that they can make so many different types of things with it. And we'll look at some of those types of things here coming up. The next step, the felter will carefully lay out the combed raw wool fibers, making sure they're very evenly and smoothly laid out. She'll fill up this entire sheet with those combed fibers, putting them side by side until that sheet is full. The next step is to take that combed raw wool and put it on a diagonal, crossing over that sheet so that she'll get 2 layers. Then she'll wet all of that, making sure to thoroughly wet each of those fibers with the soapy water solution. That makes it a lubricant, which then, once she covers it over and then rolls it up a bunch of times, will cause those fibers to squish together and interlock, making a nice, smooth, even sheet of felt. That's how they squish together right there. And there's the felt. After they've made the basic sheet of felt, then they have to do another process where they go by hand and they smooth it out. As I was just saying, like before, it was kind of bumpy, like the pahar, just a so it was a little bit imperfect, and now they're making it really smooth and really flat so they can make beautiful things with it. So this is the tool that we're using to make them flatter. So this is crispy beaten rice container. What's the name of it? So then they can make this great tool into the exact tool they need to make the felt beautifully smooth and even. So after they've got a really nice, smooth, perfected, flat piece of felt, they put them over here so they can pull from them as they need to make their different creative works of art, genius, and crafts. Okay, so in this room, everyone's got scissors, and they're cutting the felt. So once they've got it nice and smooth and perfect, they can cut it into different forms and make all sorts of cute fish, flowers, objects for further felting, stitching, or whatnot. Okay, so what we're doing is I'm trying to learn how to start a felting process, and it's not easy. So basically, I'll put my messed up ones over here. So you need soap and water because the soap makes it stick to each other. So this is wool, and it's already colored. So, and my friend here is showing me how I need to take a little bit of soap, put here, and look how perfect hers are going to be. I'm going to mess it in there, get it wet, then gumame, put it in my palm, and then make a little ball out of it, and then I pull it where it's dry. It's actually a lot harder than it looks. She does it so fast, it looks so easy. And then I mess it around again with a little bit more soap to make it stick. And I make a nice tight ball. Now, if you notice this ball, well, my ball looks funnier than her ball, but it's gonna be not perfectly round. Then, the next step, it goes to her over here. Didi. Didi. Durga, my new friend Durga, and then she will take this and make them perfectly round. So that process makes them tight and perfectly round. Oh yeah, good idea. So she will do a demonstration of how this is going to start. So basically, we have wool that's already colored at this stage. And this is an old technique that goes way back in the Himalayan mountains. But now it's become more popular and has much more variety than it used to have. But in the high mountains, people have been doing felting for as long as people know, long time. But now it's quite popular, so people are making all sorts of fun kids things and shoes and jackets and purses. So these ball type things is the starting point of different size balls we'll see later, smaller and bigger, that you can use to make carpets, you can make bags, you can make toys. Then there's the flat felting. We'll look at that next. So the pressure, you're applying the pressure, and then again, that soapy water is all that you need to make it stick to itself. Wool likes to stick, and the whole idea of felting, if you do it properly, is that you're not using glues, yeah? Like you were saying that some people you've seen on YouTube doing fake felting, where they're trying to just use glue to glue things together. The felting process is going to use the natural tendency of wool to want to stick to itself, to stick different colors together. And so they make from the little tiny balls, felt balls, to the big huge ones. Okay, so here we are in the stitching room, and we are working on different projects. They are working on different projects. Here is a cute kitty that they're working on now with the stitching techniques.
Like there's this coarse kind of needle that they use. So this is the needle they use. It has a coarse kind of ending. It has a little jagged edge, and then they punch it with it, and then that's how the detailings are done. So they do just this in this room, like this.
So this room looks like today's flower day. They're making beautiful flowers out of felting. One idea, you could get married with felt flowers, then you could save your bouquet forever. Or whoever caught it could save it forever. Okay, when you come to Nepal, make sure you allow yourself time to check out so many of the amazing arts available here, including the felted arts. Do you want to check out some of the other arts of Nepal? Check out some of our YouTube videos.